Devils. Monday, this is the Woo Report. The Woo Report 465. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker. Undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network, and on Instagram Live. Don't forget about Instagram Live. Some actual good news coming at you right now at 2:49 p.m. Eastern on this beautiful Monday, November 17th, here on the Woo Report. Where shall we begin? Where shall we begin? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Devils practice today. Manestein, Christy Flannery, all those people that report just tweeting out, posting on X what's going on, and just little by little, just consuming the news. Where shall we start? Well, let's start from the top. Cody Glass has been placed on IR, retroactive to November 12th, 2025. Recalled from Utica, Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards at practice today, paired up with his fellow mate Luke Hughes, the Wolverine pairing today. I don't know if Ethan Edwards would be playing. If he was, that probably means that was an emergency situation, or would be an emergency situation. But it's good to see Ethan Edwards practicing with the big club. Had some high hopes for him. Also, downtown Connor Brown as well practiced. Dougie Hamilton practiced that well. And surprise, surprise, Evgenii Dadonov was also practicing with the big club in Newark today. Brown, Hamilton, Dadonov will travel with the team as they head to Florida, to Tampa today. All good news. All good news. NJ Swamp Fox 474 on the YouTube Live says, surprising good news about Dadonov. That was unexpected. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. But Devils are going to get some reinforcements. Finally getting a reprieve. Getting guys back. Hopefully they're not rushing them too fast. But what was one thing that was, at first when it came out, that where's Brendan Dillon? How come he's not practicing? Turns out he will be traveling with the team. Most likely will play. Brendan Dillon has been logging a lot of minutes for your New Jersey Devils. And if he needs to rest, he needs to rest. No doubt about it. Brendan Dillon has been that go-to anchor on that blue line. Manestein posting, the expectation is that Brendan Dillon will be able to play tomorrow against Tampa. He took a day off from practice today. Well-deserved day off for practice for Brendan Dillon. Throwing his weight around, logging those big minutes against top lines. Brendan Dillon, that veteran defenseman that Tom Fitzgerald a couple off seasons ago, him and Brett Pesce. Pesce's still out. Dadonov, again, will be traveling with the Devils. We only saw one game of Dadonov, or maybe half a game, or maybe one period of Dadonov. Manestein posting, Keefe said it was an unexpected surprise, but Dadonov really improved over the last week. Feels good. No, certainly he will play, but he'll get in team practices at least. So no certainty that he will play, but he will get his team practices. You got to ease these guys back in. You don't want them to go back onto injured reserve. Pod Legend wanted to follow up with me to understand that Dougie is indeed feeling better. I would assume so. Dougie Hamilton back in practice. I know all you folks are dying for more football calls on Devils After Dark with Dougie Hamilton coming back. Again, will they come back against Tampa? That's probably a game time decision. Maybe against the Panthers on Thursday, or maybe the Flyers. Who knows? But it's just a good sign that they're practicing right now. A great sign. So a couple of the practice lines. Again, looking at them right now. Gritzik, Heischer, Bratt. Second line, Mercer centering Timo Meyer on the left wing. Connor Brown, downtown Connor Brown on the right wing. Third line, Lemico centering Palat on the left and Nason on the right. And the fourth line to round it out is Glendening centering LaChance left wing, Cotter right wing. Dadonov is the odd man out. And on defense, you got Siegenthaler and Nemec on your first pairing. Second pairing, the Wolverine pairing, Ethan Edwards and Luke Hughes. Third pairing, rounding out Cholowski and Hamilton. And White and Lagar. Rounding that out. And Markstrom and Allen were in net. So, again, that's all going to change tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to have more news tomorrow for Devils take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's going to be a big crowd of New Jersey Devils fans, Devils All Day, All Night Facebook group. Vic has been, he does a great job. They're going to be, Arlette's going to be down there. Ken Danico's going to be down there outside of whatever, Benchmark International. I freaking forget the name. Arena. It used to be Amalie Arena. It used to be much better to say Amalie Arena. And I'll tell you, I wish I can go. Just scheduling conflicts, trying to right now prepare for this upcoming week coverage of your New Jersey Devils. But it's good. It's good. Max says Dougie in his interview said he believes he's ready to go. We need Dougie Hamilton back. Nemec has been on fire. He's been holding the fort. Nico Heischer holding the fort till Jack Hughes gets back. Pod Legend says, select a boy. I know, I think we need Sam to sing it. What are we singing? But anyway, just reading off the comments on the YouTube Live. Switching over to Instagram Live. I see Mop Psych Ulo and Nbolt28 joining the Instagram Live. Going on Facebook Live. Going social media bar hopping right now. Seeing what people are saying. If they're saying anything at all. But you know what? This is what we do here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Is we go to all the social media pages, see what people are commenting, whatnot. Let's see here. We got 3 people on the Facebook Live. Hello, John Moskal of the Facebook Live, watching with me. I'm gonna have to this week I'm gonna try to get like a page where I can get all the social media channels, all the comments coming at once. It's tough to monitor so many social media sites, that platforms we are on. Max says that guys, some Devils fans are posting 1-star reviews to Chicago Cut. Don't be those people, kind of BS. Look, it's an unfortunate incident, but you can't take it out on the place of business. That's just not right. Just not right. Don't be those people. All right, it has nothing to do they've got to eat too. No pun intended. They got to make a living too. You know. Hootsuite says NY Davy. Does Hootsuite show the live chats? I'll have to look into that. I haven't used Hootsuite in years. Let's see here. Good afternoon, Woo, Benny, and the Facebook Live saying hello. Switching back to the YouTube Live. Yep. Nope. We're still new on. I'm sorry, not YouTube Live. Instagram Live, but YouTube Live. We're humming at Let's Go Devils on YouTube. Instagram at Let's Go Devils Podcast, along with Facebook and Twitch, and on X at Let's Go Devils Pod. Let's see here. Getting a message here. Bad Connor Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. All right. I got you. Downtown Connor Brown. That's what I call him. It's like the boy. Yeah. So seriously, don't be posting those bad reviews like that. Karma's gonna get us if you do that. So all those Devils fans that thought you were funny posting, take it down. You'll be forgiven if you take it down. Just take it down. It's bad juju. We beat the Blackhawks. Let's just move on. You know, the Devils can win without Jack Hughes. It's not going to be easy, though. But let's move on. Max is asking, is Schwim, Hockey on Tap podcast, is he shaking his boots yet? Schwim, Tampa Bay Lightning fan. I don't know, but Hockey on Tap, 8 p.m. Eastern today on our sister station on the Primetime Radio Network. Billy Dean and Lil Steve. I don't know who's on tonight, but I might show up. But, you know, right now I'm in the process of doing a little modification and renovation of the Primetime Radio Studios bunker in that undisclosed location in New Jersey. So I'm going to be taking apart the studio. Yeah, so Pod Legend says, I thought StreamYard and Restream showed all the comments at once. They might. StreamYard, I'm not a big fan of that software. It's very buggy as far as I'm concerned. We do our own thing behind the scenes on the Let's Go Devils podcast. We have our own platform that's custom to this podcast. But yeah, you know, it's you know, again, it is what it is, you know. But we do have. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to get it done this week. But I've been experimenting with displaying comments on this podcast video feed. Problem is, it's a little buggy, so I'm still trying to get used to it before we, you know, lay that out, roll that out to our podcast. But no, we've been trying to look at that for a while. But you know, again, you know, we've been doing other things here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Also, I can't wait for next week when we definitely are back at American Whiskey for the Devils home games. Tom says some positive news. Yes, out with the negativity, in with the positivity. Again, out with the negativity, in with the positivity. This team is winning without all these players, and now we're getting a lot of these players back. We can start, you know, brewing some team chemistry again. Downtown Connor Brown was hot before he left. Dougie Hamilton was starting to feel it a little bit. And Dadonov, well, we haven't seen much of him. I hope he comes back sooner rather than later. But how about Gritsik? He's been doing fantastic for your New Jersey Devils. First year in the National Hockey League. NY Davey asks, do the Devils produce a physical media guide anymore? Anyone know? I will find out through Nick Villano, our credentialed media guy. with the New Jersey Devils? That's a good question. I used to collect them. I think I have every single Devils media guide from 82 through probably 2010. I have like pretty much every single one since then. And then I just stopped collecting. Hey, maybe I should have giveaways. But those things could be valuable right now. A lot of those media guys. Dubzilla, wow, another episode. This can be the afternoon woo. Yeah, it's also the woo. It's the woo report. But it's for your afternoon drive. We got a lot of Devils fans that do a lot of commuting in the morning, in the afternoon, in the wee hours. That's why we got to make sure that when they get in their car and you got your phone, Bluetooth, of course, into your car stereo speakers, having podcasts and listening, because they're hardcore Devils fans. They need their Devils talk. Whippy says, haven't like 10 years. Whippy, you did a great job filibustering. Congratulations. You'll be a recipient of Rangers Suck fortune cookies. Woo Tooth, Shroom Goon White says, very nice. Very nice. We'll take a ceremonial sip or bite of something when you sign off. Yeah, maybe the Woo report I should have like a turkey leg to gnaw on before I leave. Let's see here. What is the trade max for those blah 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 blah? We all need to riot. I don't know what you guys are talking about on the YouTube live. I'm going to switch to Instagram live. We have K Kaz joining in. Let's go to the Facebook live as well. See if Arlette has just landed in Tampa for the game tomorrow. I wish I was under the palm trees in Florida right now. Maybe I'll have to talk to Mrs. Wu about a last-second trip, a rendezvous. Go into Tampa International Airport, go to the game, and then go back to Tampa International Airport and come home. I don't think that would fly. I don't think that would fly at all. Well, a lot of people are at work. Not much chatter in the Facebook Live. Sam Salad. Yeah, very popular Sam Salad. Max says Shimon Nemec did not get the start of the week. It doesn't surprise me. Reason why, again, when it comes to like NHL voters, if they don't, who votes on this stuff? Who knows? But I know the Professional Hockey Writers Association, they vote on things. The league vote on things. The players vote on things. But there's one thing I know. I don't agree with a lot of them. Like, how is Stan Fischler not in the Hockey Hall of Fame? I'm going to raise that question pretty much every day till it gets done. If you want to really make start a movement, it's that one. Because I'm still wondering why he's not in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Hockey historian Stan Fischler, I believe he's 93, 94 years old, and still covering NHL hockey for the Hockey News? Are you kidding me? We got to get Stan on soon. Shroom Groom said, just need to play 500 for 20 plus games, jack out and hold on to the playoff spot. Hey, you know what? Let's just take it one step at a time. Before Jack's injury, this road trip, 5 games. We're already 2 games in with 2 victories. I said I'd like to go 500, at least 500. One more win, the Devils would be above 500 on this road trip. And I would consider that moving the needle and success. But right now there's 1, 2, 3 games left on this road trip. Total of 6 points. Let's get greedy. Let's get all 6. Got to keep winning, Dubzilla. is what Dubzilla says. But their dominance at home has helped quite a bit. But right now, Devils are, I believe, 2 games over 500 on the road after, kind of a disastrous 1-3 Western road trip. One game at a time. Yeah, take it one game at a time, one shift at a time. Don't get ahead of yourselves and play hard. That's what the Devils players have to be thinking right now. One shift at a time. Play as a team. Help out your teammate if they're out of position. Metalander, no, that's not true. We're talking about I think the Elmer Ferguson Award. He might have went to the United States Hockey Hall of Fame in 2021. So if somebody can fact check Metalander on that, otherwise I look like an idiot complaining. But I know that's not true. The Hockey Hall of Fame. I don't see Stan Fischler's name. So I'm not going to do the research on there. If I'm wrong, I'll address it on the next podcast. But no, he did not go to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. He has yet. Let me see. Let me just type in here 2021. Hold on a sec here. See, online research on live air is never good because I drag you through. I got a text here. All right, we're bouncing around here, Max. I'll get to that in a sec, but I need to look up who was the 2021 Elmer Ferguson. I don't even know how to spell Ferguson Award winner. Who was that? No, there was no winner in 2021 Elmer Ferguson Award winner, according to Wikipedia. Okay, Metalander says, yes, it's U.S., my bad. Yeah, so getting back to my point, Metalander, it's okay. It's all right. God only knows how many mistakes I make on this podcast. Stan Fischler needs to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame, and it's located in Toronto. It's, for whatever reason, the Hockey Hall of Fame is in a mall somewhere. Very small. It should be a lot bigger. They should probably move the Hockey Hall of Fame to the U.S. That's my opinion. I don't think it belongs in Canada, to be honest with you. And I think it needs to be a bigger palace of hockey. Move it to Secaucus, New Jersey. I'm just kidding about that. Not Secaucus, but somewhere in the United States. If I was going to put the Hockey Hall of Fame, I put it in Lake Placid, New York. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It's still close to Canada. That's where a miracle was born. And it's beautiful up in Lake Placid, New York. If anybody's ever gone there. I mean, going to Montreal Canadiens games, watching your Devils, and traveling 87 north, you pass by Lake Placid. It is absolutely gorgeous up there. Just in the winter times, it can be a little scary. I did hit a deer once. Long story short, coming back from Montreal, I did hit a deer. And I felt so bad for the deer. Anyway, I'll tell you the story. If you meet me at American Whiskey, I'll continue that story about how I hit a deer on the way back from Montreal on 87 South. And you're in the middle of nowhere, and there's no cell service. And sometimes you got to take things into your own hands. That was a little bit of a rough story. But if you see me at American Whiskey, just say, Sam, you were talking about hitting a deer coming back from Montreal on 87 South. Could you elaborate some more? I'll elaborate some more. All right. Yeah, so, Max, I was going to get to that, but we were still talking about Stan Fischler and the Hockey Hall of Fame. Yeah, so 3 stars of the week goes to Jason Robertson, 3 games played, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. Alex DeBrincat, 3 games played, 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 points. Quinn Hughes, 2 games, 0 goals, 7 assists. Interesting. Quinn Hughes gets the 3rd star, not Nemitz. Interesting. Nemitz had a hat trick. Meadowlander, get Elias in the hall. Yes, I believe that. Get Patrick Elias in the hall. Wimpy says, I've hit plenty of deer in my career. Undefeated. Max says, Quinn Hughes came back and decided to have 7 assists in 2 games. That's why Nemec didn't get it. Yeah, but does Quinn Hughes plays on a team where the entire half of the team is decimated and having to win games? Anyway. All right. And a shootout winner. All right, so going to get out of here. Just looking at the last comments. I see Joe Carroll joining the Instagram Live. United Flyer 26 as well. Facebook. Again, a lot of people are at work. Going to drop the podcast in about 10 minutes. Because I know we got a lot of commuters here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. We love our commuters. Woo, says Joe Carroll. Remember, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Let's Go Devils Podcast, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Let's Go Devils Pod, and our YouTube channel at Let's Go Devils. Alrighty, getting out of here. Gonna hit the music. Gotta find the music. Yes, my mouse is working right now. Earlier today, Morning Woo has some malfunction. Also, we're gonna do some beta testing on the Morning Woo Monday. Let's see, Monday. Was it Monday? I think it's Monday, the 24th. Let me find out the date real quick. Let's see here. Yes, Monday, November 24th. Comcast has informed me that they're cutting off the internet. It's not because I'm not paying the bills, because what they say is they're enhancing and upgrading the internet experience. And it's going to start at 5 a.m. But the Morning Woo is going to be at 6:30 a.m. But this is why we have the bunker, because we will be on our backup systems on Monday. And there's a good chance that they'll pull the plug while we're on midair. But hey, the show must go on, right? So we're going to be doing a little bit of beta testing on Monday on the Morning Woo around 6 a.m. Eastern. Little tech jargon for you. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.